Started.
Calling the meeting to order and start the roll call now. Michael Hill present.
Asking everyone for a roll call.
Yes, yes. No one else is here.
Ms. Sylvester, Ms. Renew, roll call. Ms. Robinson, Ms. Brown, McCain Brown.
Ms. Lyons, I'm here.
Yeah, he wants y'all to introduce yourselves.
Monica McCain Brown, committee member.
Simone Sylvester, board and community committee member.
Carol Renault, community member.
Ms. Robinson.
Okay, I guess at this point we'll move forward and we will move to approve the minutes. Next on the agenda. Yeah, I'm actually trying to stick to a script this time. Can we move to approve the minutes? Can everyone hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Mr. Hill, you don't have a quorum yet. You want to try to do it near the end of the meeting?
Okay, that sounds good. All right, well, I guess I'll just start off by talking about the last general board meeting. We had a representative from the community affairs sanitation show up and discuss some of the issues. We'll try to answer some of the issues. I don't know if everyone was able to see the entire meeting. I know it got cut short due to technical issues. But the short of it is, he tried to give some really general, ridiculous statements regarding simple issues like the water usage in the sanitation vehicles, and tried to recommend that people in the community be vigilant and keeping an eye on the trucks and taking down the numbers of any of the sanitation vehicles that didn't have any water, so that they would be aware of it so that they can correct it. And I told him that that was a ridiculous idea. or ridiculous statements because it's not the community's job to make sure that sanitation is doing their jobs properly, and that there should be a gauge on these trucks that lets the sanitation worker know that they need more water, and anything other than that's unacceptable. He didn't have much to say on that other than he agreed with me. And that was said when we spoke privately after he finished speaking to the general, to everyone in general. He also explained that they have staffing issues, and the staffing is a contractual issue, and to have that addressed, we'd have to go through our elected officials to renegotiate the contracts with sanitation in order to get more staffing available to be able to have adequate supervisors out in the field doing the jobs that the community board members are doing, which is, the sanitation job. He said that he took a lot of information down and he was going to go and see what he could do in terms of getting those things addressed. He was also given several addresses where there are problem areas regarding trailers and things like that, parked cars, and that's what happened at the last meeting. So with all that said, has anyone seen any changes, since the last meeting? Are there any new areas with any problems that need to be addressed? We have our meeting coming up, in-person meeting this Wednesday. Does anyone have any new information to share regarding these issues? Anyone? Anyone? All right. Well, with nothing said, I guess at this point I will continue to try to work with this gentleman that I was able to get his information and coordinate with him. He seemed like he was interested in helping, but obviously, the proof is in the pudding. I can speak louder than words, and I'll just have to see if he holds up his end of the deal, holds up his word. Is there any new business to be discussed tonight?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hill, I could barely hear you. Are you walking?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a walk. I tried to put myself in a better position to have this meeting, but unfortunately, where I work, Donald Trump coming in today was a bit chaotic and got kind of stuck at work longer than I planned. So it's been a pretty tough spot here. But are you able to hear me now?
I can. It's just that you're like coming in and out.
Were you able to hear what I said about the discussion with the sanitation person? Would you like me to repeat it?
No, I mean I have no problems with sanitation. I in my neighborhood, I don't experience, I guess, what other people may experience. I have no problems with the Department of Sanitation.
Okay. So with that said, is there anyone that has any new business to add to the meeting tonight? Anything new, any new areas with any issues that need to be sorted out? Anything? In terms of old business, is there anything that anyone would like to discuss that has not been addressed? That are still problem areas, any old business that needs to be addressed tonight? Well, at this rate, I don't see us being able to approve those minutes. Is there anyone that is in favor of adjourning the meeting at this point?
Can I suggest something?
Please, please do, please do.
So at the beginning of the meeting, I actually asked Miss Lyons, I didn't get an agenda. And she was like, I did send you the agenda. So when I looked at it, it's very, very empty. And so maybe we could have maybe a more a specific agenda with specific topics to discuss versus new business, old business. So that's just a suggestion. But again, for me, I don't have any problems with the Department of Sanitation. I mean, the only issue I can think of is graffiti. And my understanding is the Department of Sanitation is not something, that's not something that they would normally cover. And I think NYPD, at least at the 6-7, has some type of program. But my suggestion is probably maybe beginning, say, May 1st for the next meeting, to send out an email if anyone has any particular topics they would like to discuss, that maybe the agenda should have more like very concrete topics and issues. Just a suggestion.
Well, I definitely appreciate the suggestion. There's definitely nothing wrong with doing that. I mean, yeah, we could easily, submit, a time to discuss parked cars or, you know, um, the sanitation trucks not having water in it has been a significant issue for many people that have joined the meetings in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could highlight those specifics. I I don't think that's going to change the outcome of anything because the general notion for these meetings is to address those particulars, which everyone has their own individual issues. So that this is the forum for it, even regardless of the fact that we may not have a specified agenda for those specific issues. See, the problem is that while I can sit there and list a number of different types of issues, until everyone shows up and what they have witnessed since the last meeting, I may touch on those particular issues and I may not. So leaving it broad and open helps everyone to be able to come in and discuss what they have witnessed in the community. But if that is going to help things a little bit, then sure, we can definitely throw in a series of potential things that people could discuss specifically. But it's no problem.
I think it will. I mean, I'm also on the Commerce Committee, and it's a very detailed agenda for the Commerce Committee, and we actually always go over in terms of time. I mean, maybe people aren't thinking of these meetings until the day of. Maybe for the next meeting, maybe like May 1st, send out a suggestion to send out an email to everyone, interested in coming to the community board meeting for sanitation, for them to start thinking of what issues they would like to discuss. And that gives at least a two-way leeway, even though everyone knows the meeting is every month, just for people to start, like if I'm on Church Avenue and I start looking around, whenever you look around, you'll find something. I could start, again. So that's just a suggestion.
Okay, I see where you're going with it. It kind of keeps them, I guess, more engaged, prepared for the next meeting to bring something to the table rather than kind of just being up in the air.
Right. Similar to, like, I went to the grocery store the other day and I thought I remembered everything. And of course, when I got there, there's one or two things I forgot, but that's still important to me. And so maybe just, just like a little friendly reminder, the sanitation committee's meeting in 2 weeks. And I think next month is our last meeting before the end of the term, I believe. Um, and so maybe this would be a good thing to send out. So if anything that needs to be worked on over the summer, there's at least maybe a short list to go by.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, definitely give it a shot and see how it goes. All right, looks like we've got another person or two, I believe, that's joined. So, of the people that have recently joined us, I was looking for any feedback. If anyone has noticed any improvements since our last meeting or any other problem areas, anything in particular that you guys want to speak on to bring to the attention of sanitation? All right. Is there any new business? anyone would like to discuss at this point in the meeting? Anything new to address? Anyone? Is there any old business, anything that we have discussed previously that anyone would like to bring up tonight? Anything that has not been addressed that they would like to discuss tonight? Well, we do have our in-person general board meeting coming up this Wednesday. And that is also another opportunity for anyone to bring any information to the board's attention that maybe they might come up with or remember between now and then, or that they may see between now and then, considering the silence. Is there anyone interested in adjourning at this time?
This is Leonie Logan. Since it's such a quiet meeting, I move for the meeting to be adjourned. Monica McCain Brown, second the motion that the meeting be adjourned at 7:59 p.m.
Okay, with that motion carried, hope to see everybody at the meeting, or please attend.
Can the
Wednesday.
person, excuse me, Mr. Hill, I'm sorry, I need to know the name of the person ending in 80.
It's Davis Smith.
Jadiva Smith?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you for joining. So as I was saying, we have our general board meeting this Wednesday, and I hope you guys can attend or at least be involved on Zoom. And hopefully it'll be a much more productive meeting than tonight. I hope you guys all have a good night.
Thank you. You too.